I'm going to do a quick stock market update for last night. So anyway, this is exactly what happened. First, I want to start out about the whole PAL. Remember, news is completely irrelevant. They can spin it any way they want today. So they're obviously wanting to bring the market up. Okay, so off the bat, let's see this pull up PAL. Let's see. PAL, this is crazy. Fed Chair Powell says smaller interest rate hikes could start in December. So that caused the markets to they're launching. I mean, the Nasdaq's up 3% and all these other things, right? So I'm heading somewhere with this. You got to be kidding me. Just yesterday, I can't remember yesterday which the Federal Reserve, when the Federal Reserve individual said inflation's not under control, out of control, and they're not seeing any progress. See how quickly they're just spinning up and down. Seriously, and here's the deal. They are not held accountable whatsoever for their mouths, whatsoever, or their actions. They're the ones that cause this. Remember, they're the ones that were supposed to control the monetary policy. They caused this situation, and see, they should be held accountable. Not only by there should be criminal laws that it's called. It's almost treason to our country, treason to humanity. They're never held responsible. Isn't that amazing? Because they work behind titles. I'm a title of a president. I'm a title of a corporation. I'm a title of a CEO. They always hide behind titles. Even in this United States Constitution, most people do not realize you are a corporation, not a citizen. Your parents signed you over when you signed the birth certificate to that corporation of America. Kid you not? And all is America a corporation, so are the individuals, so are you. That's what blows people's mind. So you are a corporation, kid you not. No, so your serial number is actually you're just your corporate serial ID to the company. And so here's the thing is about that. That's what really stinks about this, that our founders even found on that reason because they didn't want to go to jail somehow. So they thought, and there are ways maneuvering around that so that getting in trouble and responsible. Also because they wanted to sell you a corporation to Great Britain still. We were still in the thumbs. Even though they had the Independence War, we were not under freedom. It was a fake. Everything's been a fake. George Washington was eating a bootlegger out of Canada. No, not bootlegger. A vodka, I believe. Vodka whiskey. Yeah. Not trying to judge the man. I mean, he did his duty, and we got a blessed country through all these evilness. I'm sure with God, Lord's, and angels' guidance and pushing this thing and trying to control it, maintain it, and keep us on a script. Because this thing would, this is crazy, right? So I'm gonna hit some of this. So they're not held responsible. See, the news is not held responsible. They can do whatever they want. I mean, who was it the other day was in trouble for claiming, the Colorado Springs shooting. Yes, you gotta love that one. They turned it out, they originally says hate crime. And it was like, who was it? I can't remember all the major news. Was it NBC, ABC, some of those were already out there saying, oh, it's a hate crime. He went in there and shot up people that were a different gender, sexual gender, and blew them up. Yeah, hate crime. See how they started? And by the time you retract, you already installed the hate. So there's the problem. You already installed the hate. So even retracting something, people tend to just, you already generated that negative, that hate already. So retracting, so they should be held accountable. Held accountable for, because it had nothing to do with a hate crime. Just an evil guy that hates the world. That's the hate crime. That guy was sick, walking into Colorado Springs and shooting up the place. You kidding me? That is a hate crime, right? In the sense of hate to humanity. And so they're trying to pit us against each other. So the news aren't held responsible. Now here you got the Federal Reserve is not held responsible. The politicians in your President Biden is not held responsible for these actions because the Fed's supposed to be working with him. Congress ain't held responsible. Nobody's held responsible for their actions. Not even individuals. The individuals in this society right now are not being accountable, held responsible for their actions. But there is somebody who will make them accountable and held responsible for their actions. It's called your God. Your judge, your creator. You will be held responsible for your actions. That is true. Either here and now or after we pass away on the other side of death. You will be held accountable for those actions, right? So anyway, it's a serious game, folks. Okay. So, and I tell you what, looking around this world, my God, I mean, seriously, I am not perfect by any means. I tell you, I sin every day, do stupid things. But I'm telling you, you brothers and sisters, my friends, are probably you're leaps and bounds above these people. Because they don't understand, and they're just basic humanity, kindness. They're not doing this crap. I know you wouldn't allow it. You would not allow this. Wait, someone hit on this. So I'm trying to make this a stock thing, but I'm trying to get everything in there that nobody's held accountable. That's why even the stock market, there's so much legal. Jim Cramer's not held responsible for all his. You know what he does, Jim Cramer? I don't know if you're familiar with Jim Cramer. Some of you, Jim Cramer's been years, getting all these stock picks. You know what we found out? Yeah, he loads his friends up before. He gets kickbacks from them. So he'll say, Apple's a good buy right now. Say Apple stock, right? But he does it after they've already loaded into it, and so that way, and they always rise. They said, "Oh my God, Jim Cramer, you're a wonderful picker of stocks, Jim Cramer." That's because, just by him talking with his mouth on CNBC, immediately causes those stocks to go up. So his buddies get it, and that makes you look like a prophet, right, in the stock market, because just mentioning it causes it automatically to go up while his buddies are unloading on you, right? Then it goes up and it holds up, and then it crashes. When everybody's already forgotten about it, right? Move down, maybe sometimes it crashes in the week, sometimes 3 weeks, sorry, the background noise, 4 weeks, sometimes months, sometimes within 6 months. They don't care. They got time to wait. Because your dollar bill, you can't wait. That dollar bill is between eating this week and not. Them, oh my God, they can wait 10 years. They've done it. I've seen it. I've seen elite wait 10 years for that payoff to come because they can wait for the big payoff. You can't wait for the big payoff, can you? Because you got things to take care of, you got a vehicle, you got gas, you don't have time to wait. And that's your biggest enemy right there. And that's the one that beast system loves to just destroy us with, or try to. Time. They try to waste your time. They even bring demons of your friends trying to waste your time. They'll bring all this bull crap of time. They'll everything they can to do to squash your time. And your time is one of the most valuable things. All the philosophers even said that. So now you got this rampage and you wanted to see the stock. I'm sorry. Manage your time. Even the stock market is based on timing, right? Anyway, so that's that on that. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at here. Let's see if I can pull this back. Oh, let's see if I get this here. Here we go. I want to show you Finance Yahoo. Let's see here. Shut down some of these things so I can have room. And I started the background noise. You got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding. Well, let's start new one here. Okay. Let's bring a finance.u.com real quick. Sorry about that. Finance.u. I'm going to show you already what happened. I told you that the VIX, be very careful, and it did exactly what we thought it was going to do. Just did it perfect. I told you it's very dangerous. That was my biggest concern, was a VIX, because it is rare to have a VIX gap there, and boy, they just filled it. Guess what that means? Now we have to play this out now because, oh, what is it? Come on. You kidding me? Let's this. What this means is, all right, here's the volatility full screen. Let's pull that. What that means, sorry, the background noise. What that means is the gap is filled. Now it can go either way, but I'm going to say on the downside. Because here's the thing is, if they run this too early in the Santa Claus rally is usually the last week. It's sometimes maybe a week and a half before the end of December, okay? Because the mutual fund companies have to load up for the they try to take their tax losses or whatever they can. And so they're repositioning. Oh, look at that. Boy, they hammered the VIX. Look at this. That's a daily. Those little bars, each one's a day. Okay? We talked about this yesterday, about them wanting to fill a gap. I'm going to try to bring that. Oh my gosh, where's my... Oh, here it is. Bring that up here. Okay, move that back. I'm going to show you again. See that? I said right there, you can view that view. Right there, that gap had to be filled. Boy, they slapped it hard. Look at this. They cleaned that clock. Boy, they smacked it good, didn't they? The gap's been filled. So, now what's going to happen? So see, the gap's been filled by this bar right here, today's candle action, okay? So let's bring this back a little bit so you can see this. Like I said, all gaps must be filled in general. I can explain more. So now, see that gap? Now there was a gap here. See, this one lasted a very long time right there. See that gap? See, that's where you said that, how long that was around 21 or something. Oh, there you go. It filled there. Right there was that gap fill there. Oops. We just saw it a couple days ago. So that took months. See, 21, that took since August into August, September, October, November, December. That's where the problem is. Timing can, with decay of holding stuff, that can decay. Also, opportunity cost to use your money for somewhere else. Okay, see, some people think, well, I just got my money in there. It's not really losing much or gaining much. No, you're losing every day that dollar ain't moving. Because it's called opportunity cost. It means that you could have a better opportunity to put that money somewhere else to work for you. It's called opportunity cost. People always forget opportunity cost. Okay, So that again. So here's what we got. It's coming. I need it. Oh my gosh! You got to be kidding me. This got to be a simulation thing, because it was perfectly quiet, and all of a sudden we have all these airplanes flying over. Like, my God, like it's the Red Barons and the Red Baron himself in World War II. Was the Red Baron, or was that one? One, I believe, actually. Anyway, anyway, I'm not kidding you. It's like all of a sudden, brrr, and the timing's not okay. Sometimes it does that. Okay, so please, other side, can you help quiet this? I mean, you can't ask all these little things, but yes, please quiet, because I can't take it. Now we're holding that. They're going to try to double bottom. Guess what I told you, though? Boy, there's the issue. Double bottoms eventually get taken out. Okay, they do. So if they double bottom here, now you got to be worried about them taking it, because I showed you the other day that they took out a double bottom, right? So I'll have to look at that more. And but anyway, I would still say that we had a, I'll show you the IWM too, what they're jamming that one real quick. So I hope I explained that well. So the gap's filled. So that means, because now what that means is the fear is completely, it's still too low, my friends, though. There's the problem. That greed is heavy. Not heavy in general. Generally level, just average greed would be right here, average greed and fear sometimes here. But this is a whole new environment. You got wars, anything like this. That fear and things. That's why you got to the right in 20 is 2021 is the seesaw point right now, right? You got to raise the bar when things get dangerous. But you do not want to go usually past 25 here up here, because on the VIX, because that means the fear is just too high. You can saw that right here. They took that out. Right above 25, you got to stay. So you kind of want to hover right now between here and here. You can't have long shots up to 30, which we see when, oh yeah, like 35, okay? But in general, it's like the average swing is going to be around, 25 to, 20 right now. And in a general market where things are kind of stable, just your average economy where, people playing games, you'd be around, I think like 22 to, no, we got to bring it down even a little bit. Probably around 20, yes, 20 on the average market, 20 to maybe 15. I have to look historically what that is, somewhere in there, right? Bar's been raised up here, okay? All right, so let's bring in IWM. Yeah, and by the way, yes, I'm still holding anything. Oh my gosh, the problem is I have excuses. I'm still holding the TZA, which is the opposite, and I wasn't paying attention. What you do is you got to make sure you put in your stops, right? So I did make a mistake, but on the gas, natural gas, I'm doing fine. I'll show that too. Gosh darn it, what is going on here? And it's so noisy. Look at this, noisy, slow. All right, okay. So let's go to KLD. Yeah, when I'm seriously day trading, I need to, this is still money. I should be more focused. Well, I'm serious. Well, I got my stops in, and I got everything to get. I could have cleaned that out this morning, made a profit on the because it was down, and I should, sometimes when you have a news announcement coming up like Powell, that's one thing I'm going to tell you. If you want to be a day trader, never ever trade on Fed day. Never ever would have like Powell coming up. We do this all morning when they start saying this, because they can go either way, and so you do not want to do this. But there's also no rule of thumb. Usually they said the first move was the correct move. What does that mean? The market had moved down before he spoke, right? So guess what? We're going to see a follow through down to the downside, because they don't like surprises either sometimes. They do not. The market does not like surprises where somebody comes out and says even something that the market boosts. So that's coming back, is what I'm saying. How, when? I think it's going to be, like I said, they're going to have to set up for the Santa Rally, so they need to pull this market back, or there's no room left to run the Santa Claus rally, bring it up any higher. So either way, you can sit in this spot right here. I guarantee you, if you bought today, excluding decay, because even ETFs decay, or stock options, like that, buy an ETF on the short side, you are going to clear this. Kid you not. I see it. It's going to happen. Okay. But that doesn't. I'm not telling you financial advice to do. Just do what you do. But it's just I'm saying, if you want to learn how the market goes, if you're going to do a short-term hold, this is a place to be short on the sucker. Okay. But then you're gonna have to get out though before that Santa Claus rally. We're gonna see how this unfolds, because that Santa Claus rally they'll jam you. Okay. And I don't know what they're gonna try on that. Okay. So here we go. Remember that gap? Oh, did they fill it? Oh no. See, there's the issue. You got a little bit more room right there to fill that gap. The gap I'm looking at is that bottom candlestick right there, that one, and that one below there. So they can bring this up more. Now that's the thing. So if you're holding the short and day trading, you might have to take some pain even overnight here, where they're going to come up and then bring it up here and then drop it. Okay, they're going to drop it on you. Actually, the market will drop. Okay, so that's what we got to see here. Oh, I thought it was IWM. I am probably like, Kirk, what are you talking about? Well, this is our position. That what I just said. I need to go this and take this out, and then they're going to drop it possibly in the gap fill. Sorry, this is the natural gas. I thought this was a Russell IWM. So there you go. So that for the Russell, that's why I need to take off this natural gas short that I have pretty soon. Because that right there, what I just told you, it's going to go a little bit higher. So overnight tomorrow, I'm probably going to sell that position. Get out of the natural gas short. This is 3 times the opposite of natural gas. So I'm getting out of this position tomorrow. Kid you not. I'm getting out because outside gas fill, they can bring that thing back down. All right, so I'm gonna use the fund somewhere else and move on because it's about worn out. Okay, there you go. So when you see that, I'm gonna see the price what that hits tomorrow. Let's see, or it probably won't. It won't be tomorrow because they just bumped the market, so it could be pretty soon. But we got her. Okay, well I don't never got anything. Nothing's guaranteed. You kidding me? But I said overall we're pretty good position here. What does that say? Oh my gosh, let's see. Oh, there we go. It's hard when I do this for you. 15.15 was the low. So around 15.20, possibly 15.50 on the close bar. So 15, between 15, once 15.15 hits, that's where you got to start being ready to take that off. Okay, you don't have to take all of it off. You take, you can take half of it, a quarter if you want to ride a little bit, because we do have, remember this gap up here around 25. I do see a thing hitting 25 inch again, but we'll have to see where that's going to be at, right? All right, so that's that. So that's my natural gas. I'm holding that. So let me go back to IWM that originally wanted to do, and the one that IWM. Here we go, and see IWM is here. Do full screen. What do we got here? And I still need to add those moving averages because they tell me a lot of info. They give me more confirmation of where things are moving, and this is just painfully slow, and I don't know why. Okay. Oh, did I move that bar over? Let's bring that back so I can draw. All right, and then we got to straight. See, I use this for that's best for you. I use other charting systems when I do this, but anyway. All right. Well, okay. Well, that's interesting. We had that M pattern in play. Remember that where I told you it's kind of forming an M, like that. And so now they stick that M. It's still an M though. See, you guys see? It's still an M. So if they even bring it sideways and start bringing it down, then we got an M, and then we can have this cut off here. Okay. So the M pattern. And until it starts really getting up here 190, that's a Russell 2000 on the long side. Make it clear, along with the buy of the market, that it's still got a short-term M pattern here. Okay, so tomorrow if it comes down like even here and starts drifting down, then you're gonna look for that break that I had in the other video. You're gonna look for that break. See, because you can definitely see them. So we had a W before here, did a retrace into it, and then took off again. Now it's probably time for NAM where it does this, and then come down. Okay. Now, I'm trying to see if there was any. Oh, that gap is still open. Look at this. That gap right there, that top bar, right here. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should get right. Tom, whatever that Tom, whatever the NFL bud. Yeah. Or McMahon or whatever. Yeah. Ed McMahon or whatever. Oh God, now I'm all over the place. That's it. Never mind. That's Johnny Carson's. Yeah. Right there, that gap's got to be filled. Okay, I'll bring it here. See that sucker right there? Very clear, very clear. Got to be filled. Okay, that has got to be filled. So the sooner better. So I still, like I said, I think they're going to try to fill that gap and fill this gap, and then because otherwise they have no room to go for the Santa Claus rally. They don't. So sooner or later, because the longer they let that thing hang out there, that means more accumulation above it. So once they fill that gap, they can actually, it gets more dangerous, and they'll bust. I'm gonna show you this. Then remember we talked about the channel. I had the channel and this bar like this, and all that. So once that breaks, it's gonna be down here for right here where all those bottoms are, a baseline test. And if it cracks that, I can remember what it goes. That's when you might move out to see how it goes. So again, we're looking for here's the channel, right? And it actually tried to dip the channel this morning. Is it true? Let's see here. Yeah. No, they're still holding the channel. Look at this. Still got the channel. Oh God, I can't. I'm trying to draw that finger. The channel here, see that channel? Yeah, that's the best thing to do. You line those up right there. See, when they dipped it and closed above it. So you start that channel. Once that channel breaks, see there. Let's see. Oh my gosh, there you go. Once that channel breaks, it's going to come down and fill that gap, and it'll be. Let's see. I'm trying to get this. It'll come down. Here's the next support line. So this open area here, somewhere in here, is, you know, the whole area is wide open. If it after what goes up that gap fill. Okay, the upside, that's a pretty steep climb actually on the upside, so I don't see much on the upside. There's no gaps to fill on the upside right now. Is that true? Yeah, there's no gaps. Well, that's trouble. If you're on the bull side, that's coming down. So, all right, I know it sounds like you're all over the place, but you got to realize all these movements are in action. It's just what quarter you're in. Are we in the fourth quarter, second? Are they going to do a comeback and have to do a 2 yard, 2 minute end zone? So overall, yeah, overall I'm staying short. Now, I should have stopped out of the TZA, mistake, but you know, that's okay because I'll be fine, right? That's me. If the problems that I was doing so much thing. By the way, I even got a lawsuit going against Walmart. I'll explain to you later. I haven't told everybody this. A major deal. I'm actually working with attorneys for violations of laws, and I'm actually be contacting Walmart, and I'm doing this money for the Father, the Lord, and the good side of the angels. I'm not kidding you. This is going to be massive. If they don't respond to me, the attorney's already been notified, and they're notifying the CO that I'm coming. I'm coming, and you're going to see this. And so be it. The Father and Lord give me so far they're saying it's okay. Keep moving forward, Kirk, on this one. You are going to see something that's just going to blow your mind with Walmart, and it's disappointing. And we're using that money for good. Okay, it's coming soon. I actually been talking to city attorneys. And also been talking to Walmart, and they're notifying. I said you better notify the CEO because he's going to look pretty stupid because I'm going to start talking. Okay? All right. God bless and love you all.